Okay. So if you hear, the first question is, if you hear the word diabetes, what comes to your mind?
Well, my family, in the past, they have dealt with diabetes, and I think of all the problems that they have had.
And give me some examples from your own personal experience.
Well, I was diagnosed with diabetes about 3 years ago. Let me say it over.
No, it's okay.
Okay. About 3 years ago, I was told that I have diabetes, but I was on the low high. So that was a good thing because a few years back, my mother was diagnosed and she was hospitalized for a week. Hers was very high and she was dehydrated and she had a lot of complications.
Now, is she the only one in your family?
No, my grandfather, he had diabetes for years, and he would have the places that would come on him, and then because of the diabetes, and he didn't take care of it, he had a lot of infections. And then my great aunt, she had to have a toe removed.
So you've had some scary things happen.
Yes, very.
So how did you happen to get diagnosed? Tell me about what happened then.
I was doctoring for, I have asthma, and I was having some complications with asthma, and I just went to the doctor for that. And then I was having some more problems, and I was just talking to the doctor, and they decided to test me to see if my blood sugar level was high, and it was a little bit.
And then what happened?
Well, they checked me for a while, and they told me that I could probably get it under control with eating right and losing weight, that I didn't take advantage of that, so eventually it got a little higher. So they prescribed metformin.
And so when did you, how long ago has it been now, since you were diagnosed?
Approximately 3 years ago.
Okay. And so how's it going now?
I've got it under control. The last time they did my AC1, it was 6.4, which is not real bad, but I'm planning on getting it better.
One of the things that's been surprising to me, I just was reading some research about it, a new study that has found some connections between asthma and diabetes. Do you know anything about that?
I'm not aware of that, no.
Okay, it's something new. I just wondered, since you got your diabetes under control, is your asthma under better control?
Yes, my asthma is under better control. I don't have to use my emergency inhaler hardly ever, and I used to have to use it pretty regularly.
Yeah, so that's
Yes.
a nice thing to know that sometimes people don't know, is that if you keep your diabetes under control and you have other health problems, it also helps keep them under control as well. And asthma can be quite distressing.
Oh, yes.
Unlike diabetes, that you don't always feel anything one way or the other.
I remember when I first had my asthma attack, and it was just like I didn't know if I was going to get my next breath, and it was so scary.
Yeah. Now, does your family give you support?
Yes. My husband is very good with me. Yes, he encourages me, and he's a great help.
And give me some examples of things he does to help you.
Well, he loves these little Debbie snack cakes, and that's a big challenge for me. I'll be fine until I see them, and then I'm like, I've got to have it. So I asked him if he could just please keep them out of my sight, and he tries really well to do that, and it helps.
Okay, so not bringing them in the house.
That's right.
Is a good first step.
Yes.
And kind of avoiding them. Because
Yes.
I noticed the other day at the store I was in, right in the front is this great big displays of these things, you know. So I'd like to see the stores put a great big display of healthy foods
Yes.
in front.
Yeah.
And do you have other people in your family? You have children, or?
No, we don't have children.
Okay, so how do neighbors or friends, co-workers, are they able to give you any support?
Yes, because when we have dinners, they bring, foods that are healthy, and when I go places, I try to take like diabetic dishes, because there's a few others that have diabetes. I know my brother-in-law, I haven't mentioned him yet, he has diabetes, and his is pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been sharing the menus that I've learned about with the Dining with Diabetes.
So you've been going to the program?
Yes.
All right, tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, that's really the first step I've taken in doing anything, you know, getting extra help, and I love it, and it's a great program, and I'm so glad that I decided to take that step. It makes me want to go even farther and do even better with my health.
And when you go to the meeting, do you go by yourself, or does your husband
Yes,
come with?
I go with myself. Yeah.
And but you go home and talk to your husband
Yes.
about what you learned?
Yes, I share everything.
Do you?
Yes. Yeah.
That's sort of good. And do you belong to a support group that kind of helps you with?
No.
Okay, and you know about the Diabetes to Family Matter coalition
Yes.
group, so
Yes.
that might be a group
That
that
will
you can.
probably be my next step. Yes.
Okay, excellent. That's good. We hope that will help for you. There's a lot of risks for diabetes. One of them being going to the grocery store. and I just wondered what you thought might be risks in the community for diabetes.
I really can't think of anything.
Okay, so some people, if I would ask them that, would say something like, well, fast food restaurants.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Or sometimes if you go out to eat and you order something and that comes on a platter that you
Yes.
could serve five people with.
Yeah, the portions, I have a problem with that. I can't eat just a little bit, or I think I can't eat just a little bit, you know, and be satisfied. So I need to work on that.
So the Dining with Diabetes is really teaching you about portion size.
Yes.
Which is kind of surprising when you're used to eating a whole
Yes.
lot more, isn't it? As the nation as a whole, we're seeing children that are much bigger than they were in the past, and some extremely overweight
Yes.
and obese. Do you see that here in Lewis County?
Yes. Yes.
And where do you, give me some examples of what you
At
see.
the stores and at schools, I just feel that they don't get as much exercise as they used to. You know, I'm from the country, and we used to see all the little kids out running around playing tag and playing out, you know, until dark, and you don't see that anymore.
What did you do when you were growing
Rode
up?
bicycles, walked, yes.
Now, do you do that now?
I'm walking some now, yes. Not
Okay.
as much as I need to, but...
But you
so,
started.
Yes.
Right, so what motivated you to start?
Well, I just know I need to get healthier. And, you know, February is my birthday, and it's a big one, and I just want to be healthier than I have been in the past few years. And like I said, with my asthma, the weight control, it controls that. It helps the diabetes, the blood pressure. I have all that, the high cholesterol. And I just feel that I just need to get it under control.
And are you getting some results from the things that you're
Yes,
doing?
yes.
So tell me about the results.
I'm having a lot more energy. I've lost a little bit, not very much, but I plan to keep on keeping on instead of giving up. I know in the past I'll start and I'll give up, but I just feel challenged to do better.
Have you got a friend that you can do some of the things
Yes,
with?
yes.
A lot of people say that it helps a lot just to have a friend to walk
Walking
with,
buddy, yeah.
or someone to confess to,
Yes.
and or a little bit like Alcoholic Anonymous saying, I need some help right now, I'm about to eat this Debbie.
That's right. And the thing with Little Debbie's, I can't stop at just one, so they're really a bad thing for me. Yeah.
So those are kind of some tips that you might think about. But we're working with, besides trying to help people that have the disease, we're also trying to think about how to prevent it.
Yes.
And in a community like this, it's rural. It's, people are spread out, and it's a challenge, a little bit different challenge. I wondered if you had any ideas about ways we could prevent type 2 diabetes.
Well, it all goes back to eating right, and exercising, and maybe if there was a program in school where they taught what could happen if you're not healthy, and if you're not at a certain weight, it might encourage the younger ones at a younger age to start doing better for themselves.
I've talked with folks from a fair number of places now who have told me that working with churches might be a solution. Do you have any thoughts about that?
That's possible. It's very possible.
Because
there's, kids come from, all different homes, and, they're all different weights, and they have access to different kind of foods, and that's very possible that they could be, taught, to eat healthy and exercise.
Do you yourself belong to it?
Yes, I belong to Southern Manor Baptist Church.
Okay, and at your church, are there other people that have diabetes?
Yes, there is.
And do you all get together and have your own little support group there? Or?
No, we haven't as of yet, no.
But
that's an idea.
So it's something that people have,
yes.
but don't. So do you all have those big dinners?
Oh, yes. All that good stuff.
So what happens when you have one of those dinners?
Oh, of course we all overeat. Eat the wrong foods.
Yeah. And is there any care or thought taken by those that don't have diabetes or don't have health issues to bring healthier foods?
Yes, we have had different members bring diabetic food because they know that there is members there that need that.
So, and is there any special effort being made to kind of educate people about what those things need to be, or?
No, not as of there.
So then I'm gonna guess that at your church you don't see anybody that needs sideboards on their plate.
Maybe a few.
or two-story plate. Sometimes we have to be kind of creative in our thinking, don't we? Yeah. So. And so churches would you think your minister might be interested? I'll take this off the tape.
Okay. I'm not for sure.
Okay.
He's open to, anything. He'll at least think about it.
Okay. And another thing we've been talking about, and I don't know where you live. Do you live right here in Vansburg?
I live out on Salt Lake. It's probably about 12 miles from here.
Okay.
Yeah, out in the country.
So even if there was a walking area here in town, it wouldn't be convenient for you. Is that right?
No.
So is there anything out where you live?
Yes, I live up a gravel road, and I have access to some little off-roads, like backcountry lanes.
And have you tried to measure the distance?
Yes. A few years ago, I was walking a lot, and I had it measured out, and that's when I felt my best. I had so much energy. Just got out of the habit of it.
So you still got the measurements?
Oh, yeah, somewhere. I've got my husband in the car, so he can measure it out again. So
yeah, so that might be something the two of you could do together. Do you have neighbors?
Yes, we do.
Because one of the things that we've been talking about, thinking about how we might promote are neighborhood walking clubs. Because a lot of people aren't really going to come to town and use some places when you live in the country, but could form little groups to kind of encourage each other to walk. Do you think that would work in your community?
I do.
Can you think of somebody you could call this evening and say?
My sister-in-law, yes.
All right, that helps.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would encourage you to think about that and how to do that, because sometimes it's easier to do it if somebody will go with you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I think I've asked you most of the questions that I really had. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I just like to say that this time I just feel differently about trying to lose weight, and I feel like that I am going to go forward and that I am going to do what's best for me and my health.
And you'll get big rewards
Yes.
in doing that, won't you?
Yes.
Well, I wish you the best.
Well, thank you.